Every time I'm in the street, I hear.
Man down, where you from? Do you know where you from? Where your grandma stay? This man city that run.
Brace yourself, I take you on a trip down memory lane. This is not a rap while I'm slinging. Go move. This is cold a second, plenty cognac and major pain. Not the drill sergeant, but the stress that weigh it brain. It was me, El Boogie, Yang, and YG Lucky. Ride down Rosecrans, it got ugly. Waving your hand out the window, check yourself. Warriors and Conans, hope euphoria can slow dance with society. The privacy, the first one.
Hi PHS, this is Anna Miller and Avery Russell bringing you this week's episode of Cougar Media News. I hope everyone had a great winter break. Staff members Cameron Ware, Ashley Weber, and Gunther Gillespie were able to ask students about their New Year's resolutions to begin our first episode of 2021.
Devastation in Australia, where thousands of firefighters and first responders are
coronavirus
battling.
officially hitting the
Kobe
U.S.
Bryant died.
Will drop quickly, and we're already seeing
America,
that.
violent clashes.
This is the first time the world's largest hornet has been seen in the U.S.
And shocking news that actor Chadwick Boseman has
Tweeted
died.
moments ago that he and the First Lady have tested positive for the
Biden has been elected president of the United
Jeopardy host Alex Trebek has
1
died.
million doses of their COVID-19.
Hey PHS, as we know, 2020 was a rough year, but it's now 2021, which means new beginnings. Let's see what the students' New Year's resolutions are. Let's go!
My New Year's resolution is to get in shape.
My New Year's resolution for 2021 is definitely to eat way more cheese.
Eating a lot of cheese in 2020, so I'm just gonna cut that out a little bit more, and I think I could do a lot better and just to cut cheese out.
My New Year's resolution is to save more money for college. My New Year's resolution is to work out more. My New Year's resolution is to save more money.
Probably to eat healthier and be there for my mom. Mainly the eat healthier thing. I have not eaten healthy. I ate like a whole box of corn dogs yesterday. Not good at all, so eat healthier is definitely one of my New Year's resolutions.
My New Year's resolution is to eat less processed foods.
My New Year's resolution is to eat better.
Happy New Year, PHS. Let's make this a good year. This is Gunther, Cameron, and Ashley reporting for Cougar Media News.
Final exams are coming up on Tuesday, January 19th through Friday, January 22nd. Staff member Christina Kelly is here with some tips to help study and what you can do to prepare for these exams.
Do you need tips to help find motivation to study for your final exams?
Tip number 1 is to try to avoid all distractions. Tip number 2 is to plan out what needs to be done for each class ahead of time. Tip number 3 is to have a friend help quiz you. Tip number 4 is to highlight important details to help stick out to you when studying. And lastly, tip number 5 is to get a good night's rest the day before your final.
So my hardest final is going to be Spanish 4 because it's honors, and I feel like COVID, it's been really hard to learn Spanish, so. Some ways I study is I go back and look at study guides, and I also go and see what I did worst in like all the subjects, and I study that the most. Something I avoid is going on my phone and studying with people because I'm easily distracted. I hope this helped you prepare for your final exams.
This is Christina Kelly reporting for Cougar Media News.
Thanks, Christina. The athletic department is looking for a dependable student to live stream all home swim meets. Experience is preferred but not required. Please see Mr. Weidler if interested.
Although maintaining your grades is important, keeping up with your mental health is important as well. Staff member Jordan Sandoval was able to discuss teen mental health and include helpful resources that will further your knowledge.
Between the ages of 3 to 17, approximately 1.9 people are diagnosed with depression. 4.5 million have been diagnosed with behavioral problems and 4.4 million are diagnosed with anxiety. The increase in mental health among teens has skyrocketed through these past years and is becoming more common every day. I had the chance to talk to Ms. Markulik, one of the guidance counselors at PHS, to see how the guidance department helps students with mental health. How does the guidance department handle issues of mental health within the student body?
So initially, when we receive a concern regarding the student, we involve the student and the parent. In particular, we assess to see what type of services may be helpful for that student.
How can students reach out and express their issues to the school in a comfortable and safe manner?
Sure. I think, you know, if a student doesn't necessarily know their counselor, I think it's always a good idea to come and meet us, but we don't always get to know you individually in 9th and 10th grade. So we definitely encourage you to come down and see us, even if it's regarding scheduling, when we start the scheduling process. Also, I think it's important for students to have that trusted adult that maybe it's a teacher, maybe it's a coach, or maybe it's even a trusted friend that if they see that there's any concerns, that they let us know that. There's a number of resources. I know on our Schoology page, we do have resources, and we have a COVID folder in particular, but there's also other mental health resources that are present there as well. And I believe the Schoology page, the email went out for everybody to access it.
Do you think mental health has become a bigger issue with teens due to the COVID pandemic?
That's a good question. I think emotional and mental health concerns have always been there, but I think they're just exacerbated as a result of the pandemic is what I'm seeing. In particular, I'm seeing more students like loneliness, socially missing their friends because you guys can't see each other every day like we used to be able to. And just the technology, it's just not the same as seeing a friend in person and being able to go up and give them a hug if they're having a hard day, or, you know, it's just different now.
If you think you may have been experiencing any mental health issues, please don't be afraid to reach out to your guidance counselor for help. This has been Jordan Sandoval reporting for Cougar Media News.
Thanks, Jordan. Make sure to ask for help if you need it. Congratulations to the January Rotary Students of the Month, Tia Eberly, Health Careers Technology, and Jackson Fieser, Law Enforcement.
Many students have interests outside of school. Sophomore Liam Weber sat down with Logan Osborne to talk about Weber's hobby working with drones. Let's check it out.
I had the chance to sit down with Liam Weber and talk to him on why he likes drones and why he believes more people should get involved with drones.
Why do I think more people should get into drones? I think more people should get into drones because drones are pretty much the future of technology. It's already used in the military and it's already being used for consumers. And just like me, you can get any consumer drone off Amazon, Walmart, stuff like that, low grade to high grade, with a camera, without a camera. It just really helps you teach yourself a new skill or a new hobby that you might like in the future. Why do I choose to fly a drone? I choose to fly a drone because I believe I have a future in photography and videography, and I believe that drones are really the future of that because they can capture things that you can't get from the ground.
This is Logan Osborne reporting for Cougar Media News.
We would like to give an update on our segment regarding biology and literature Keystone exams. Juniors who were unable to take their literature or biology Keystones last spring were waived from taking the exams if they passed their trigger course.
That's all we have for you today, PHS. Have a great weekend, and remember that we have a COVID early release day today. We will be back next week for our final episode for the semester.